My name is Allison Carter. Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy. Maria Z, I did that interview in 2021. 7 months ago, we made sure, I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7, 8 months ago.
What we're watching here, it's something incredibly disturbing. Thank you for joining because we're about to get real with what's happening in the world and the downfall of these horrible predators. I know that everybody's going after Diddy. Diddy clearly is part of it all, but it is my very humble opinion that Oprah and Beyonce are the masterminds. And we're going to get into this and we're going to get into how Ali Carter, a young girl, a teen, an underage person, was used and brutalized allegedly by Oprah Winfrey. So thank you and buckle up.
We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had because we knew a list of people were about to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day. Do you understand that their music is their diary? All these rappers, they're telling you what they did. The music, it's telling you what they did. The comedy and the art is a reflection of life.
Ali Carter is a young victim slash survivor who was under the custody of Children Protective Services. And she's been speaking out for years. And 7 months prior to Diddy being arrested, she said that Diddy and Oprah are going to be arrested. And we're going to get into this. Why it's Oprah now? Has she been arrested? But listen to this brave young lady whose name is Ali Carter.
I got a reflection of life for you. Let's be clear. You federal prosecutors, you have video surveillance from Diddy's house from 2008. Look in that 2008, 2010 span, you'll find her video there. You want to send it over? She'll say, those are assault parties. And I was one of the kids that was one of the party favors. And a party favors means that you're set on top of a table and you're used as a toy for anybody who comes across the table or who wants to party at a certain time of night when the music stops.
Can you imagine being this young girl who was supposed to be helped, protective by Children's Protective Services?
And then the DJ starts flashing all these lights and they close the doors. And then everybody turns into like a frenzy and starts going into a crazed animal-like demonic state. And you have no idea what's going on. And yes, there was a time where I was just like completely don't give a shit because it happened. And I was the type of kid that thought that, you're in the...
This is, keep in mind that she was 14, 15 at the time. She had nobody. And Oprah was the organizer, as per her words. And I tend to believe her.
Presence of royalty, and they make it seem like you're in the presence of Hollywood, so you should be honored and you should be appreciating that you're there. And I was that person. I totally acted like that. I was like, oh, it's fine. It really does.
We're witnessing the downfall of everybody. I know Diddy is an animal. I believe that. By the way, people, if you're coming to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is always appreciated. If you want to become a member of the channel, fantastic. I also have Hollywood Halloween merch. If you guys want to buy everything in my channel goes to the school/shelter. So you're very much appreciated here. I wanted to do this story because Oprah. People don't understand that these survivors have been out for years now. They've been out for years now. And the way that people want to attack is by denigrating, by calling them liars, fantasists, conspiracy theories. They're nobodies. They just want to hang around with these people. Why would Diddy or Oprah have anything to do with you? You're a nobody. They don't care about you. You just want to say their name so you can, mooch of them. That's how they do it. This is what they're doing with Jaguar, right? They're ridiculing, denigrating, mocking, calling them a fantasist and people who want to be in their circle. It is absolutely disgusting. And this is something that we see. I am not going to pull a bunch of pictures from Oprah because and Diddy because there's just so many. There are just way too many. However, I want you to know because I know that Epstein fell in 2019, I believe, 2019, 2020. And there was this article that Ellen, Oprah, and many others, the Clintons and the Gates, recent posts allege that celebrities and VIPs such as Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, the Gates, and the Clintons, some of the others, are under house arrest for child sex trafficking. Don't forget that Obama was the president at the time. We know that the mainstream media hides everything from us. We know that. We know that. And there is something incredibly interesting that's happened here because guess who? Literally, Obama has credited Oprah for putting him in the White House, for putting him in the White House. And he was the president back then. We know that Bill Clinton is the one who helped Epstein beat that rap. I think it was in 2013 or something like that when he was first went to jail and people didn't understand why he was there, how he managed to beat something so serious. Instead, he was considered a sex pest. And then everything was kept very quiet. Everything was kept very quiet. But it was true. Apparently, the house, allegedly, it was true. It was true that they had been raided, that it is absolutely awful. They were rated. They were rated. Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, those two are always, always together. And Ali Carter has come out and basically denounced. She's been denouncing this for years. Kanye West, who preaches, oh, he's better than everybody, holier than thou. He's angry about his daughter. Could it be that he's angry about North being in that because he knows what this is about, and he doesn't want his kids to go through what they went through? I'm just saying, guys. I just found out. Also, let's not forget this because I just did a live with Sean Atwood at the Sean Atwood channel with when we were talking about certain things and it became, I mean, incredibly enlightening. This is Christine Teigen, who is very good friends with Meghan Markle, and they were at the same time at Deal or No Deal, and they were going to these Diddy parties. Okay, these are the tweets that she posted. That now that we know what it means, it's even creepier. I love them. When she put these things out, people didn't understand what she was talking about because it looked really stupid. Like people like me thought she was talking about Pizza Hut, guys. Okay. So she goes, I love them because I like to see my toppings on top of the cheese. Long live the hut. But also, let's work on your sauces. So now the FBI put a list that cheese means young girls, hot dogs mean boys, sauces mean orgies. Hot means the place where they're at, where they gather to all these parties, basically. Toppings mean her choice of things she wants done to the cheese, which is the young girls. This is Christine Teigen. I don't understand why this woman is not arrested. She's Meghan Markle's little buddy, and she's the one who's endorsing Meghan Markle, who ate that cheese. Remember that cheese that she put there with what's it call it with John Legend promoting Meghan Markle's jam. Remember that she did that thing with the cheese is falling off of her mouth. Because she's remembering the cheese, which means in these things, young girls. Meghan Markle is absolutely involved in this, and these are all my thoughts and opinions. I'm going to put the banner just in case, you know, because I'm not a journalist, but I do know how to add. Virginia Roberts was calling this woman as a witness because she was a close associate of Prince Andrew and had been around everything, had seen everything. Meghan Markle has been part of the Soho House crew since at least 2012, where P. Diddy was part of that. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is incredibly close with Ron Burkle, and there is no doubt in my mind. There is no doubt in my mind that she's the one who promoted she put, and I'm not getting political because this is not about politics, but this is about putting somebody there in the White House because Obama came out of nowhere. He didn't have a background in politics. I think he only been like a senator for 2 years. His name was conspiratorial, and yet he managed to beat and went to the White House. Look at this email. Please watch it. Subject: get ready for Chicago Hot Dog Friday. I just told you that the FBI gave a code description of what hot dog means. Okay. Hot dog means boys. Okay. Pizza means girls, young girls. Pizza means girls. Dogs, hot dogs means boys. And cheese means little girls. I think Obama spent about $65,000 on the taxpayers' money flying in pizza slash dogs from Chicago for a private party at the White House not long ago. Assume we're using the same channels. So now that we know what hot dog means, that hot dog means boys, and pizza means girls, cheese means little girls. Do you think that $65,000 worth of hot dogs and pizza? And this is the man that Oprah rallied and put in the White House. But Obama is no longer in the White House. So I wonder, and I'm not being political here, guys, but I am wondering if this is why they're all banding in together. And Obama, if you look at it, Michelle Obama is not going around doing the rounds. It's Barack Obama. Barack Obama doing the rounds, not Michelle Obama. Ellen DeGeneres disgraced. This all kicked off in 2018. This all kicked off in 2018. It did. You know, let's not forget this right here. And I wonder if it was at Oprah's house.
Public place, you did it. Is this the best or the worst? What do you do?
The best.
Okay, the best. Probably the Obama thing.
John, what's the? Oh God. Oh.
The Obama thing was, I believe, a fundraiser party, private party that Oprah had at her house. Because you're going to see here that they talk that he had not been elected. But you're going to see how John Legend is, because if it had been something funny, oh, well, yeah, we did it at Obama's house because Obama wasn't that wealthy back then and he didn't have a clout. He was running for president and it was Oprah who was endorsing him. And he would have said, yeah, we did it at a fundraiser, you know, it's public. But look, that would have been the end of it. Yeah, we did it at a fundraiser and nobody knew about it. And now she's blabbed about it. That would have been the end of it. But that's not what he says.
Oh God.
John,
What?
what is your wife talking about?
I don't know. We're not.
Look at his face.
He should get back in. What happened?
We're not going to discuss
We're
that.
not going to discuss it?
We're not. We're not.
Oh my God. Secret Service. Come here, jump back in.
Hi.
Look at John. Look at, I don't.
Hi.
We're not talking about it. That's the truth.
That is an awesome answer.
Not the White House.
Not the,
It was not.
It
the
was
White
not
House,
at the
though.
White
It was
House. That is
100%
correct.
not the White House. I promise.
He was not elected yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're moving on.
Sorry. I'm in trouble now.
No,
Yes, you
you're
are.
good.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are in trouble. Because you see, this is when you have a D-list big mouth who doesn't know any better. This is when you have a D-list nobody doesn't know any better. And this is really interesting because this is, I'm addressing Oprah directly. You may choose to remove people commenting on your post and you think you're above the law and everything, but Ali Carter is going to be your Achilles heel because what you did to this woman, because to this young lady, it was, according to her, horrible. And you know what? I do believe her. I believe her. I believe Miss Ali Carter. It is horrible because she said that Oprah was the one who organized all these things and she had contacts in the Children Protective Services. This is absolutely horrible if true. You know, and Miss Ali Carter has been speaking this out for years. And Oprah is always involved with everybody. And now, for reals, this is why she's been so quiet, because she's been questioned. This is why we have that leak tape of phone call of Diddy, which is real. I believe it's real. And that was a warning to everybody. That gentleman from Abercrombie that predator, I don't know if you want to call him a gentleman, that predator animal from Abercrombie, he was actually, his boss was Lex Wexner, who was the only client that Epstein had. Keep in mind that these are all my thoughts and opinions, and all of this is alleged. But I believe Miss Carter when she says that Oprah is the one who was the worst, who organized the after nights and who would tell her and organize things for her to do with animals and stuff. It was just horrible. And now that Oprah, it's her turn, I don't think she's going to be able to wiggle her way out of this one. And good on that. So I urge everybody to please support Miss Ali Carter and all the victims of that, because she has been speaking out against Oprah. Oprah was the same thing with John of God, with Epstein, with Weinstein. I mean, Bill Cosby. I mean, how many people, how many predators must she be friends with for people to understand that she might be the madame and she might be the one organizing all of this, just like Beyonce? Please leave me your comments.